because that is rigging election. I don't know if you've seen people who are political party supporters or candidate supporters that are very passionate become a target to people who are on the opposing side. That's not the time to take pictures. So I voted, da 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 da. No, you don't need that. Like, hey my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, welcome to the family. Hi there, how are you doing? My name is Etienne Brooks, and on this channel I take you on a journey sharing ways I navigate my life as an adult, and we do have a wonderful time on this channel. So please stay subscribed, share, like, comment, engage on the channel. Let's grow this community together. So today's video is a follow-up from the previous video. So in today's video we're going to talk about the things that you should not do during this election period, at the polling units or before elections, shortly before elections. Just the things that you should not be caught doing, the things that you should not do since you have no business doing. So my very first point would be, when you get to the polling units, do not be rude to the officers. I know that sometimes it may take some time before the card reading happens or the accreditation happens and all of that. Like I said in my previous video, give that entire day your time. Like, just give that day your time. Like, you might likely spend the entire day there, so just don't sweat it, don't be rude, don't stress, just let things flow and just do your bits. At the end of the day, that's just what you can do. You can't really force things, you can't really make things go the way you want them to go, because you do not have the power to do that. There might be certain people that will try to disrupt the process, and you'll be thinking, oh, they're so passionate, they want this thing to get done quickly and all of that. It's just an attempt to disrupt the process. Like I said, it's just an attempt to disrupt the process. It's not that they really care about what's going on, and they could even be paid. Thuggery and touting is a thing in Nigeria, and it really happens during political elections and stuff like that. You're going to see things like that. You might likely see things like that, and so you just have to really put yourself together. You really don't have to say anything, you really don't have to comment. Whatever they tell you to do, just do it quietly. Just do it quietly. Do not be rude to the electoral officers or election officers. Do not be rude to anybody. Do not be rude to the people that are standing on the queue. I mean, yeah, people may cross and stuff like that, but like, don't. You might join people in saying things like, oh, why are you jumping the line? Why are you jumping the line? But be careful, because you really don't know who's jumping the line. So just be careful, Just don't allow your voice to be louder than every other person's voice, if you know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's for my first point. My second point is, don't go there with your phone. That's not the time to document and for social media purpose or anything. I don't even think phones are allowed when you're trying to vote. I think you're not allowed to take pictures. You're not allowed to press your phone and stuff like that. I don't think you're allowed to do that. But whether or not you're allowed to do that, I do not recommend that you take your phone there, because what do you really want to use it for? If anything happens, you understand, you might lose it. You're not going to use it when you're going to vote. When you vote, there's this private sort of library setup that you have when you're trying to vote, so that it's very secret, like it's just you and that table. So I don't think you'll be allowed to get to that point with your phone, because the presence of your phone is just like an examination. The presence of a phone could mean that, okay, there's some form of malpractice there, and so don't go with your phone. Just drop your phone at home. You always get back to it. Like, drop your phone at home. Even if you probably carry a bag, maybe just like, I don't know. I just feel like, don't bring your phone out. So even if you're with it, don't just bring it out. Like, that's not the time to take pictures. So I voted, da 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 da. No, you don't need that. Like, you really do not need that. I don't think that's important. I just think that you should just do your thing, and then that's it. Then the third point would be, don't campaign for your preferred candidate within the boundaries of the polling unit. Do not do that. In fact, on the day of election, 12 midnight of 24th of February, that should be the last time you have to talk about who you're voting for or anything like that. It's not okay for you to just go there and then start campaigning, because one, you can set yourself up for violence. There are people that are very passionate. Like, I don't know if you've seen people who are political party supporters or candidate supporters that are very passionate. Like, I don't want to say they are very angry or toxic. I want to use the word passionate, because I am passionate about my political candidate. I'm very passionate about it. But I know that I don't have any reason to be talking about him within the boundaries of the polling units. It is not okay to do that. It is not okay to do that. And a follow-up to my point, which is the fourth one, would be, wearing branded shirts or branded caps or branded bands or hand wristbands or anything to your political unit. to your political or to your polling unit. You don't have to do that. You should not do that, because you're setting up yourself for violence. You become a target to people who are on the opposing side. You want to be careful. You want to play along and vote for your person, and then you leave that place. Do not set yourself up for violent attacks. Do not set yourself up for anything that is going to take your life. Do not do that to yourself. Go there, dress like a normal human being, nothing sophisticated, just dress like a normal human being, get there, vote, and leave. My sixth point would be, do not accept monetary gifts from people to vote for them. I've heard a couple of times people say, oh, I can collect money from this political party, and then I'll just go ahead and vote for whoever is in my mind. See, you're not smart. You think you're smart, but you're not smart. You don't know who is behind you. You don't know who is in front of you. You really do not know who is in front of you. Please do not shoot yourself in the leg. Don't even have any business collecting money or even being around people who are sharing money for anything at all. Please do not do that, because that is rigging election. You don't want to be a party to it. So if you've been complaining about how the government has been terrible, the government has been this, the government has been that, do not be a party to the very things that you've been complaining about. Whether you're trying to be smart or not, whether you want to support that political party or not, but you just want to collect money because for some reason it just feels cool to collect money and be smart. When it comes to political decisions, when it comes to political, issues, that is not really a time to be smart. That's the time for you to just do your bid and leave. That is not a time for you to be smart. Do your stuff and leave. And then I had this other point. I think that was the first point. This is the fifth point rather. This other point is respect the secrecy of voters. So yes, you might go there and you feel like, oh, you have formed an acquaintance, you begin to have conversations. Do not ask or answer any questions about who you're voting for. So you don't have any business asking anybody, who are you voting for? Oh, vote for this, or vote for that person. No, don't do that. And do not answer any question. I remember when I was voting, I think the first time I voted was when I was 19-ish, 20. And what happened that year was that when I went there to vote, after voting, someone asked me, who did you vote for? I didn't answer. I just left. I was like, I hope you voted for this particular party. The person mentioned the political party. And I was like, I just smiled and I left and I went home. I promise you, I just went home. I may not have had a lot of political education at the time. I was not educated in terms of, how election goes and stuff like that. I don't even think my parents knew I was going out to vote. But the thing is that I just, from watching TV and from listening to conversations, I already anticipated that there may be some people who want to, make you violate or make you, want to say something that you're not supposed to be saying. You don't have, it is your right to keep who you're voting private. This is not me trying to say that you should go ahead and put your own personal selfish interest above national interest. Don't do that. We've seen how the country has been. Vote wisely. Like I always say, vote wisely. We all know the people's choice, and please let us just do something about that. Now, what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to tell anyone who you're voting for when you get there, because you do not know who is who. Like I always say, you don't know anybody there. That's not the time to go and form friendship or acquaintances. It's not NSAS protest. You want to go and find love or anything like that. Just go there and vote and leave. You don't have to hang around anywhere. Just when you're done, leave. I think some people, I don't know if that's the same day they count votes, because what I did, I just voted and I left. To be honest, I voted and I just went home. So I don't know if they count, or if you want to wait for them to count. I do not know if you want to hear the result from the horse's mouth. I do not know what you want to do, but I just recommend that you're not around there. Just leave. Just vote and don't disclose. Don't ask anybody. Don't allow anybody to be around you when you're voting. It is your right. It is your right as a citizen to vote. You should enjoy that voter secrecy. So don't go there doing, I hope you're voting for this, I hope you're voting for that. No, don't do that. Just do not do that. My last point would be, do not let anyone cast your vote for you. So you see when security officers help you at the ATM to, withdraw your money and stuff like that. Okay. Now, sometimes something like that may try to occur during, when you're trying to vote at the polling unit. Something like that may try to occur. I don't think it happened to me, but I noticed that for some persons, people before me, like older women, you notice they're trying to help them, trying to explain certain things. Now, the thing is, do not let anyone cast your vote for you. So when they are done explaining, tell them you're okay, and then you would go ahead and, vote. So there's always just a short speech they give you before you vote, just to let you know what's going to happen, or just to let you know how you can find your way around the ballot paper and something like that. Is, typically something like that. But do not let anyone place their hand at a particular box for you. Do that yourself, and do that secretly. So you are going to be given a stand. That stand covers you back, front, left, right. Nobody sees what you're doing. Nobody sees the political party you're voting for. You vote, you fold it, put it inside the box. There's going to be a box for presidential election. I think there's a box for Senate or something like that, because always like the National House and whatever. But like, I'm trying to remember, like, it's been years. Oh my God. So like, that's what you're supposed to do, and just do it and leave. Like, I don't know, I feel like I'm saying this over and over again because I've had an experience, or my dad has had an experience with all this collating of papers, and sometimes like during the evening period, in the morning everything usually seems very calm, but sometimes during the afternoon, evening period, you see influx of people. You think everybody's coming to vote and stuff like that. You don't know that people are coming there to just fight. Like, they're not with their voters card. Like, that's not even their polling units, even if they're with their voters card. Their aim is to come there and fight. Please don't fall for it. Drop your passion on that day you're going out to vote. Do not fall for it. So guys, this brings me to the end of my video. Please and please and please, I'm begging you, stay out of trouble. Do your best to protect yourself. I hope that no casualty is recorded during this election, and I hope that this election is free and fair. I hope we all get out of this mess that we are in, and I hope that you stay safe. So thank you guys for sticking around. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share to your family and friends. Let's grow this community together. Bye.